image of endless wealth and luxury bestowed upon any rapper with a single hit is just that, an image. But some rappers truly are worth millions and love to showcase their wealth with expensive everything. Perhaps their most prominent displays of wealth are their large mansions, which range in value from a few $1,000,000 to just shy of 9 figures. Whatever your opinion of these superstars may be, you can't deny they know how to live. Check out the 10 biggest, most expensive homes rappers own. And try not to look at your own one-bedroom apartment in disgust afterwards. Jay-Z and Beyonce, $88 million. When you're one of the most successful rappers alive and married to one of the most successful pop stars of all time, you're not hurting for money in the least. Jay-Z and his wife Beyonce have a combined net worth of well over $1 billion, and their Bel Air mansion reflects just that. Originally priced at an obscene $135 million, the hip-hop power couple were prepared to fork over $120 million for the home, but in 2017 ultimately paid a mere $88 million. Why so high? Well, because it's not so much a mansion as it is mini mansions. This 6-building, 30,000 square feet compound features 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a private theater, pools aplenty, a full basketball court, a 15-car garage, a spa, and a huge gym. For a celebrity couple so famous they can't even think of hitting the cinema or Planet Fitness down the road, this compound features all the life they'll ever need. Who knows how long they'll live there, however. In 2018, Business Insider reported the architect behind their Bel Air home, Paul McLean, was in the process of building an 100,000 square foot, $500 million mega mansion he dubs The One. It will feature 20 bedrooms, a 5,500 square foot master suite, a full nightclub, a salon, a casino, an infinity edge moat, and even a jellyfish tank. It's essentially a private resort, and if Jay-Z and Beyonce fall crazy in love for it, don't be surprised if they make it theirs. Jay-Z was also the #1 highest earning rapper in 2018. I made a video about that over on my channel, Mr. Luxury. You can click the link at the top of the description if you'd like to see more. And on to the next one, Dr. Dre, $40 to $50 million. Between leading gangster rap pioneers NWA, running Death Row Records and Aftermath Records, selling countless beats by Dre, then selling beats to Apple, and establishing megastar acts like Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and 50 Cent, it's no surprise Dr. Dre has money to burn. He's worth over $850 million. So his Los Angeles home, running anywhere from $40 to $50 million, is small potatoes to the doctor. It's the equivalent of you making $50,000 a year and only paying $250 a month in rent. In 2014, Dre forked over that amount of money to purchase an LA mansion from New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady and Brazilian supermodel Gisele Bündchen. The pair built the mansion from the ground up, and it cost over $20 million to do so. After completion, however, they quickly decided it wasn't where they wanted to live after all. So they turned it into a flip job, putting it on the market for at least double its cost. Dre quickly scooped the estate, and it's been his LA home ever since. It won't take long to see why Dre fell in love with the mansion. At 14,000 square feet, there's tons of luxurious walking room. With lush greenery and gardens abound, the home also features 8 bedrooms, a humongous swimming pool, complete with waterfalls and a spa, a full gym, a walk-in wardrobe, and a full wine cellar. Brady famously doesn't drink, but that doesn't mean other people don't. Dre may not be recording much these days, but he's still as busy as ever. This amazing mansion is the perfect place for an overworked hip-hop mogul to relax and unwind. Sean Combs, $40 million. Whether he's Puff Daddy, Puffy, P. Diddy, Diddy, or simply Sean Combs, the rapper-producer who brought us acts like Usher and the Notorious B.I.G. is nothing if not filthy rich. Thanks to his musical and entrepreneurial success, Combs is one of the richest figures in hip-hop. When it's all said and done, he may well be hip-hop's first billionaire. He reflects this status in his living quarters, which is the envy of rappers and non-rappers alike. For a cool $40 million, Combs purchased the 6-month-old Los Angeles mansion, and it appears to have everything he wants and needs. At 17,000 square feet, his new home can easily home countless people for whenever Combs wants to throw one of his famous parties. There are 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, 2 living rooms, a movie theater, a gym, a large guest house, a spa, and a private salon. But the real selling point for Combs might well have been the private grotto, accessible via a tunnel located behind a waterfall in the house's large lagoon. After all, while Combs certainly isn't a recluse, somebody that famous needs as many routes to get away from it all as possible. Having the ability to literally swim into a cave to get away from everyone else isn't a bad idea whatsoever. This is not Combs' only home. He also owns property in Miami, New York, and several other places. But if any of his homes deserve the bad boy stamp of approval, it's gotta be LA. Kanye West, $20 million. Kanye West was already on his way to becoming one of the richest rappers in the world, and marrying a Kardashian simply sealed the deal. As such, pouring millions of dollars into creating the couple's dream home was no financial issue at all. 4 years ago, the pair purchased a 3-acre property in Calabasas, California, that was once owned by Elvis's daughter, Lisa Marie Presley. They quickly began the process of renovating it into their perfect home, though there was nothing quick about the actual renovation. After 4 years and $20 million in costs, it's still not complete, though it's clearly been a good investment thus far. Recent appraisals tagged the house with a $60 million value. And keep in mind, it's not actually done yet. That said, what's already in the mansion makes it nearly perfect. There's a music studio for Kanye, multiple swimming pools, huge vineyards, 2 spas, enormous walk-in closets, and even bathrooms specifically designed for Kim and Kanye's respective needs. The pair spent considerable money hiring a private firefighter squad to douse any flames that came near the property during the 2018 California wildfires. It was clearly a good idea, as overhead shots show a scorched, nearly treeless ground near the Kim-Ye property, but the property itself isn't scathed in the least. The couple's neighbors should thank them too, as their efforts not only saved their own estate, but many others on the block as well. Hopefully, when Kim-Ye hold their inevitable gigantic housewarming bash, everyone invited raises a toast to their life-saving and property-saving efforts. Lil Wayne, $17 million. Lil Wayne calls himself the best rapper alive, which is a matter of opinion. It's a fact, however, that he's one of the richest rappers alive, which explains the incredible Miami Beach home he recently scooped up. Wayne, whose real name is Dwayne Carter, actually owned a mansion in Miami, but put it on sale in 2017 after having lived there for 6 years. He received $10 million for the sale, and in late 2018 used the money to secure his new Miami home. For $17 million, Lil Wayne snagged an 11,470 square foot estate, with 7 bedrooms and 9.5 bathrooms. Why anyone would have a half a bathroom at that point is beyond me, but it might just be one of Lil Wayne's many quirks. Everything else about the house seems luxury, from its wine cellar, in-home theater with floors made of red oak, kitchen with custom cabinets straight from Italy, a second kitchen in the outdoors, plant-filled 20-foot walls to keep paparazzi and nosy tourists away, and a front entrance accessible by stepping over stone platforms floating on top of a pristine pond. Between the floating slabs and windowless dining rooms and bedrooms, Lil Wayne's house is designed to make it feel like you're floating on air or water, or that you're outside in the warm Florida sun, even when you're inside and sheltered from that very same sun. It's this kind of luxurious privacy that might make you want to build your own 20-foot wall. Pharrell Williams, $15.6 million. Thanks to the worldwide success of Happy, Pharrell Williams is as rich as can be. His new house reflects his raging success, not to mention his peculiar love of all things glass. Williams already owned a glass-based home in Laurel Canyon, but he couldn't pass up the chance for another one. In August 2017, actor Tyler Perry purchased a 17,425 square foot glass mansion in Beverly Hills for $14 million, only to put it immediately on the market sans repairs. Williams apparently liked it just the way it was, paying Perry $15.6 million and claiming the home for himself. It's obviously not just a humongous glass cave with pyramid-shaped skylights and stalactites hanging above the kitchen table. However, there's a ton inside for Williams to play with. There are 10 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a koi pond, an enormous grotto, a full tennis court, and a motor court that can house over 30 vehicles. That, almost as much as the glass aesthetic, may have piqued Williams' interest, as the rapper is a huge fan of automobiles and owns several luxury cars of his own. Then there's the unabashed privacy Williams' new home provides. a feature many celebrities covet above all else. The home sits in an elevated section of Beverly Hills, overlooking Los Angeles while remaining far away from it all. What's more, the house sits on over 4¼ acres of land, meaning even the closest neighbor isn't actually all that close. Whenever Williams isn't feeling particularly happy and would rather be left alone, he knows exactly where he can go. Brian "Birdman" Williams, $15.5 million. You'd think that whenever any of these huge luxurious mansions went on the market, they'd be scooped up immediately by one mega-rich celebrity or another, but that's not always the case. Take the story of Brian "Birdman" Williams, rapper and co-founder of Cash Money Records. He owns a spacious 20,000 square foot mansion with 10 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms, a private beach complete with a volleyball court, a movie theater, a private bar that doubles as billiards room, and a full gym, an outdoor kitchen with a pizza oven, and 2 wine cellars. There are also multiple multi-floor guest suites that the hip-hop mogul has often used as recording space for his fellow Cash Money label mates. Birdman would rather sell the expensive home and move on. He has, however, been unable to do so. He put the home on the market in 2017 for $20 million, but nobody was interested. He dropped the price to $16.9 million months later, but still didn't get a bite. He's now listing the mansion at $15 million, and as of this time, he's had just as much success as before. It's hard to explain why. Yes, it's expensive, but so is any other home this large and luxurious, and plenty of those sell all the time. Maybe Birdman should up the hype over that sweet pizza oven. Drake, $7.7 million. Rapper Drake sets his sights on his dream mansion long before he had dream mansion money. Back in 2007, when he was mostly known as a teenage Canadian actor, he saw a $27 million home in Hidden Hills, California, online, and immediately fell in love with it. He decided he would one day own that house, and even made it his desktop picture as a daily reminder that he had a goal. 5 years later, he reached that goal and bought that very house, though for far less than he ever assumed possible. Apparently, the seller wasn't in a great place financially and simply wanted any amount of money. Therefore, he agreed to sell his $20 million mansion, adjusting for inflation. It was likely worth almost $25 million by then, for a paltry $7.7 million. Not only did Drake have his dream home, he barely had to break the bank for it. So, what did he get for his money? Well, plenty. He has 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, a gym, a full arcade room, cobblestone pathways, a tennis court, a library, horse stables, a mechanical bull, and a gigantic pool, with waterfall tunnels leading to perhaps the most impressive and well-lit grotto you'll ever see. It's the pool that apparently really drew Drake to the mansion back in the day. He loves swimming and loves residential pools. So of course, seeing a mansion with a pool and grotto that makes the one in the Playboy Mansion seem tame was going to grab his attention. Ice Cube, $7.2 million. Ice Cube is a bona fide legend. Between his time with NWA and his successful solo career, and prolific acting ventures, with a pedigree like that, it's obvious Cube has tons of money, and he's been able to turn that money into luxury housing. In May 2016, Cube purchased a 7,500 square foot Marina Del Rey, California estate from fellow actor Jean-Claude Van Damme, paying $7.2 million for the privilege. It's 2 stories high, sports 6 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms, features outdoor decks with their own TVs, a bar, a wine cellar, a home cinema, and an amazing view of the Pacific Ocean. Then, of course, there are the fireplaces. Nothing seems to feature in this mansion more prominently than the fireplaces, which are virtually in every room. The bathrooms have them, and even the decks have them. If they could build one in the middle of the pool, they probably would. Even without that, it would be virtually impossible to live in this house and ever be cold. Clearly, when Ice Cube was rapping about how today was a good day, he was referring to the day he moved into what sounds like the perfect home. Tyga, $16.5 million. Rack City rapper Tyga doesn't usually come to mind when one thinks of rich rappers, but he's apparently worth at least a couple $1 million. At one point, however, he was worth roughly $8 or $9 million, and he used some of that money to finance a $6.5 million mansion in Calabasas, California. It's a gorgeous home, stretching over 9,200 square feet, with 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, a movie theater, a spa, a gym, multiple fireplaces, and even an in-ground trampoline. There's just one problem. He may not really be able to afford it. His net worth has dropped significantly since he purchased his mansion in 2012. He's spent a lot of money over the years on cars and jewelry, including a $300,000 Ferrari he bought for an 18-year-old Kylie Jenner. In recent months, he's been facing more and more lawsuits over missed car payments, and even unpaid rent for a mansion in Beverly Hills he briefly rented out. It sounds like Tiger may be financing his pricey lifestyle in the risky